good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live around the world on Facebook, on Twitch.tv, on Mixer and on YouTube. While we're getting everything set up, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Runs and Rides YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun, on Twitter at filmmyrun, and you can also go to the website, which is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax and watch me do all the hard work.
Good evening everyone, just bear with me while I send messages. Right, it's not many of us, there's only like 2 or 3 of us. So we're going to keep it nice and easy tonight, not do anything too drastic. I better start, hadn't I? Hi Leo, hi Victor. Hello gang. Right. So 10 seconds and we're going at 12 kilometers an hour. I haven't warmed up at all, so I'm going to need to warm up for a bit, I think. Away we go. So we've got 4 of us. And we'll see how it goes tonight. The idea is tonight that we run. We're going to catch the bot in front of us. See that bot there? The idea is to run and let the bot escape for 5 minutes, and then we run for 5 minutes to catch it up, and then we stay with it for 5 minutes, and then we do that again and then again. So 3 times. We let the bot escape, we catch it up, and we stay with it. Oh, well done. Victor's bought his own treadmill. Excellent, good stuff. And Ryan's going to try and join us on a Monday now, because he's going to have Tuesday as his rest day. Rest day? What's a rest day? I had 2 rest days last week. Wednesday and Friday. I didn't do any running at all. So we're on Richmond tonight, the Richmond course. This is arguably the least favourite of the courses on Zwift. So there's 3 of us in A group. There's Brent, Simon and myself, and then Jembug is running in C group just behind. Still really warm in the UK. Today in some places has been the hottest day of the year, and that's around, I think it's been about 33 in some places today. Not been quite that hot here, we're on the coast, but it's still been very warm, and it's still warm now, so I'm glad I've got the fan on. And Leo says he's bought his Milestone foot pod now, so that's good. So lots of people getting set up in time to join us for the autumn, when things will really start hotting up on Zwift. We'll start to have lots more people involved. Thanks Eric Min there, CEO of Zwift, just popping in to say hi. We're keeping it going, Eric, even through the quiet periods. We're keeping it going. So you can see that yellow beacon above my head. That means I'm the run leader tonight. But there's not going to be a lot of need for me to have much input, because these guys know what they're doing. Brent and Simon have been running on Zwift on Monday Run Club for quite a while now, so they know what's going on. But suffice to say, in a minute and a half we're going up to 13 kilometres an hour for 5 minutes. If you've never seen Zwift before, welcome along. This is our regular Monday Run Club, and we've been running this since Zwift running began at the beginning of the year. February this year, Zwift launched running, and the idea is you get on a treadmill and you join other people in a virtual world, and it's like being in another little running club. Okay, 30 seconds and we'll go up. I'll just see if I can send a message. Right, we're up to 13. And we do this for 5 minutes now. So the bot has got away from us. If you don't know what the bot is, it's that floating thing with the time on, which you should see in a minute, up ahead. Can't see it for the trees at the moment. There it is, with the orange writing coming across the front. So we've just got to catch that up now over the next 5 minutes. And then once we've caught it, we'll settle back down to 12.5, which is what the bot is going at. So the bot is running at 12.5 kilometers an hour. Brent's just asking how big the groups get in the winter. Well, we've only really had one winter, and that was the very start of Zwift. So, I mean, 15, 20 from Monday Run Club, maybe more. But I'm hoping it will be at least that, if not more, come, January next year. Hoping that Zwift will have done a good marketing job getting the word out there. And we should hopefully have at least 20, if not 30, or hopefully more in these main runs. And we did have a few big runs, like advertised runs where there were kind of prizes given out, and I think for one of those we had about 90 runners, so it's got the potential to be really big. Okay, I'm already feeling the heat in here. Okay, only 2.5 minutes left at 13. Richmond, this course is based on Richmond, Virginia in the USA, by the way, in case you didn't know. So this is a real world course. Okay, just 1 more minute left at this pace. Hopefully we'll be a little bit nearer the bot. Leo is asking how I keep myself injury free. Well, Leo, it is some degree down to training, some degree is luck, and some degree is knowing when you need to rest. So I've been running for a few years now, and I think my muscles are attuned to it. They know what they're doing, whereas a new runner is much more likely to become injured. Oh, we're supposed to be going down now. Let's just say 12 and a half, hang on. Okay, so a new runner is much more likely to get injured because they're putting their muscles under strain that they've not experienced before and they're not used to. And that includes runners who try to increase their mileage too quickly or their speed too quickly. Also, I run a lot on trails as opposed to the road, so my body doesn't get quite the impact that a road runner might get. But also, it's regular and consistent training. So going out there, pretty much every day almost every day and putting a few miles in the legs. And also, I mean, I have been injured before, but I've just been pretty lucky over the past few years that I've managed to stay injury free. So we're now running at 12.5 kilometers an hour for another 3.5 minutes, and then we'll drop down again to the second set. So that'll be the end of one set, then we start the second set at 12 kilometers an hour. We're doing 3 sets in all. 3 minutes left of this pace. I've got the game volume too loud. I can really hear every sound of all the bikes going past. It's quite frustrating because it's drowning out my music. If you don't know about Zwift, if you're new here, then do ask a question if you want to know anything. I am looking at Facebook chat. Yeah, Ryan says cross training is always a good one as well. So swimming or cycling, just to keep your muscles going and not have the impact of running. Keep your cardio up. Thanks for the ride on, Andresen. Okay, 1 more minute left at 12.5, and then we start the second set and drop down to 12 for 5 more minutes. And there we are, that's 3 kilometers run now. Monday Run Club live on Zwift. Okay, so 12 kilometers an hour now. So we've got 5 minutes at this pace. This is now the start of the second set. We've got half an hour left of running. Trying to keep the heart rate somewhere between zones 3 and 4. So at the top left there you can see I've been in zone 3, which is yellow, for 12 minutes. And I've just touched into the orange zone for a minute or so. That will increase as the run goes on. Brent says he's doing the Twin Cities Marathon in October. Yeah, I've got a couple of things coming up, Brent. I'm doing something called the Rat Plague in a couple of weeks, which is 100k along the south coast of the UK. And then at the end of August, I'm running CCC, which I don't know if you're into ultra running at all, but the biggest ultra race in the world, apart from arguably Western States in the USA, is UTMB, Ultra Trail de Mont Blanc. It's 105 miles circumnavigating Mont Blanc in France, Italy and Switzerland. And I'm doing that same weekend, I'm doing the baby brother of that race, and that race is called CCC, and that's about 110k, so 70 miles or so, 65, 70 miles, and that's kind of about 2/3 of the way round Mont Blanc. So we start in a different place. We start in Courmayeur and we finish in Chamonix, like the UTMB. So I'm looking forward to that. Before that though, I'm doing some cycling. If you've been around a while, you'll know I started cycling on Zwift before running was even a thing. And so this coming Wednesday, I'm going to London. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I am manning the Zwift stand at the Prudential Ride London cycling show. But I will be manning the treadmill, not the bikes. So I'm doing that for 3 days, and then on the Sunday I'm riding 100 miles on the bike in the biggest group cycling event in the UK, Prudential Ride 100. So that should be fun. So if you're in London on Thursday, Friday or Saturday, do come and see me. I'm at the Excel Arena, Thursday, Friday, Saturday on the Zwift stand. And no doubt taking a ton of kids for a 1 kilometre time trial on the treadmill, which was lots of fun when we did it at the London Marathon Expo. Okay, 1 minute to go and then we'll go up to 13 kilometres an hour. Brent, you'll easily do an ultra, buddy. Start with a 50k. If you can do a marathon, then 50 kilometres is the same training. Just do the same training, you'll manage 50k. Once you've done 50k, you just climb up the ladder from there. Leo's asking if I've tried Zwift on Apple TV. Not yet. I have got the Apple TV 4K and I have downloaded Zwift, but I haven't set it up yet. Okay, 13 kilometres an hour. Here we go. 5 minutes at 13. Okay, looks like we've been joined by a couple of others. So, Pulua from Canada and is it Mike McCarthy, anyway, from the USA. Good to have you along, guys. Thanks for joining us. That noise in my headphones is unbearable. It's like I've ramped up the volume of the bike wheels on the tarmac, and it's really annoying. 4 minutes left at 13. When you say, Brent, that you've never finished a marathon, does that mean you've DNF'd? Was it injury? Was it stomach problems? Was it mental? Could you just not handle the pressure? You need to find out what it was and get a handle on that. Work on it. I mean, it might be, you know, that you do a marathon where you don't think about the time and you just run, and if you're tired you rest and you take walking breaks, and for a psychological win you get the job done, you finish the race. Doesn't matter what the time is, and then build from there. I think that's the same really for anyone who's doing their first marathon. You know, unless you absolutely know that you can do it, then don't worry so much about time. Just be comfortable and get the job done, and then you can worry about time in your next one. But psychologically you'll know that you're capable of finishing. 2.5 minutes left at 13. No, well, when you finish a marathon, you've put all your effort in. And again, it's a mental thing. You know that the end is 26.2 miles, and your brain makes that the end. And so you work towards that goal, and you put all your effort into that goal. And when you get to 26.2, that's the end. But if you know that you're running 31, your brain...
If you are interested in running on Zwift, then you do need a few things. First and foremost, access to a treadmill. You may have your own, you may need to go to a gym, but it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use. Secondly, if you are on a Mac or a PC, you will need a foot pod, and that foot pod needs to be an Ant Plus foot pod. It needs to broadcast in Ant Plus. You will also need a USB stick to plug into your computer or Mac, and that will receive the signal from your Ant Plus foot pod. If you're using an iOS device, it could be an iPad, an iPhone, or even Apple TV, then you will need a Bluetooth foot pod, specifically a smart Bluetooth foot pod. You can get them from Polar, you can get a Stride, or you can get a Milestone foot pod. These all connect direct to your iOS device, so there's no need for anything extra. And that really is all you need to run on Zwift. So get that foot pod, get access to a treadmill, and we'll see you on Zwift very soon.
So yes, as I was saying, if you get to a race where you're doing 31 miles, your brain will adjust, and it will tell your body that the finish is 31 miles and not 26. And you don't put as much effort in, obviously, or you may put as much effort in with the knowledge that you're going beyond 26. And it does work. I mean, every marathon I finished, I thought there's no way I could have done any more than that. But that's just because you put your effort into finishing that distance. Okay, down to 12 and a half. Okay, 5 minutes at 12 and a half, and then 5 minutes at 12. And then we've got the final effort of 13. 20 minutes left to run. Leo, the cycling show is at the XL Arena, which is, you need to get on the London Docklands Light Railway and head to, but you know, I can't remember the name of the station now. Bear with me. Customs House, I think. You need to head to Customs House station. That's where the XL Arena is. It's free to get in. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the cycling show. So yeah, Leo, come along, say hi. So look at the heart rate again, top left, 14 minutes in zone 3, the yellow zone, but we are now firmly established in zone 4. So far 10 minutes in zone 4, but I imagine most of the rest of the run will be in zone 4 now. So 161 beats per minute at the moment. 27 minutes in. Oh. Tell me if the microphone has gone off or goes off. Sometimes when I knock the mic, it cuts it out. Hopefully we're all right. Two and a half minutes left at this pace, and then we drop it down to 12. Richmond is a rather uninspiring course, it has to be said. Basically just houses and shops. Watopia is much more exciting, and you know, even London's got big landmarks and stuff that you can look at. But I guess if you live near Richmond, it's nice to see somewhere that is close to home, which is what I feel sometimes about London. I like running on London because it feels like I'm somewhere I know. Although Watopia feels like home as well, so. There we are, 6 kilometres done in just under 29 minutes. One more minute and then we drop down to 12 kilometres an hour. Thanks, Ryan. Sometimes I think the sweat drips onto my hand. I touch the mic and it shorts it out. I've had that before. There's the bot, the grey thing just passing underneath. So we are still a bit behind, but I'm not too worried about that. I think 5 minutes each pace is decent enough. 30 seconds. Come on, type. Okay. A rest for 5 minutes, or relative rest anyway, and then one more hard effort at 13 kilometres an hour. Minutes to go, 14 minutes left. So we're at the start, this is the start of set number 3 now. So 12, 13, 12 and a half. My legs are feeling a little bit heavy. I was supposed to go for my long run yesterday morning. I just couldn't get out of bed, so I had to go for my long run later in the evening. So I've had less recovery time. So we've got Mike and Brent with me. Simon Cotton's just a little way behind. And it says we've got one more in the group as well. Brent's just kept the pace up a bit so he can catch up with us. So I've now spent more time in zone 4 than I have in zone 3. But I'd still say that 160 BPM is a reasonable tempo run heart rate. Wouldn't want to go much higher than that. And of course I am talking a lot, so that bumps the heart rate up, and it's hot in the shed. So 2.5 minutes left at this pace, and then we've got our final hard effort at 13. That's nothing compared to what we're going to do on Wednesday though, if I can manage to bring myself to it. We've got intervals, 400 metre intervals at 17 kilometres an hour. So good luck if you're going to join us on Wednesday for Wednesday workout, 7:30 UK time, or a time zone to suit you if you're in the States or Asia or Australia. We'll be doing 400 metre intervals, 8 of them I think, at 17 kilometres an hour with a 400 metre rest. Fun, eh? Thomas says put some effort in. I'm keeping to the prescribed script, Thomas. 12 kilometres an hour for another minute and a half. You can tell me that on Wednesday when I can't manage 17 kilometres an hour for 400 metre splits. 7 kilometres done. Just over a minute left at this pace, and then we're going to bump it up to 13. Managed to drop the heart rate down a little bit, look. Okay, up to 13 we go. Here we go, 5 minutes. Good on you, Leo, well done. Hopefully I'll be there as well, but whether I can manage 17 kilometres an hour for 400 metres is another matter. I hope I'm not leading the group. I don't think I am. What I try and do 1, 2. There we are, back again. Is that better? We're on now, yeah? Okay, let's just get to the end then. So hopefully I can get to 8.5k or something before the end of the run. Thanks for letting me know about the microphone. I had a feeling, you know, it's something about the day that was telling me the microphone was going to cut out. Anyway guys, thanks very much for hanging in there with me. Thanks for joining me. Nice bit of hard work there, getting the heart rate up and just cool down now to the end. Don't forget, Wednesday workout, 7:30 on Wednesday. 17 kilometres an hour, 400 metre intervals. Saturday, run in the park with John Hancock, 9 o'clock UK time. Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week, London Expo for the Prudential Ride London 100-mile cycle ride, which I will be doing on Sunday. But I will be at the Zwift stand Thursday, Friday, Saturday, at the cycling show at the Excel Arena. The Excel Arena, which is on the Docklands Light Railway, East London. So you need to get off at the Customs House stop, and all things cycling, apart from on the Zwift stand where there'll be one solitary treadmill, which I'm in charge of for 3 days. So that'll be fun. Come along and join me, come along and say hi. Of course, I won't be doing the Wednesday workout, will I? Because I'll be on a train to London. So, oh no, what a shame. I'm going to have to miss 17 kilometres per hour intervals. Nearly done, guys. There we are. I'll just do my full 45 minutes. And that's it. 45 minutes. Oh, let's get up to 9.25. Just get the 10 points. There we go. That's it. Creeping ever closer to that level 21. Level 21 is the highest level you can get to in Zwift on running. So far, level 25 for cycling. But it's been like that for a long time, so I imagine it's due for a change soon. And that is the end. Oh. Heart rate starts to come down now, but look, 26 minutes in zone 4. Just hit zone 3 again now. I've had about 15 minutes in zone 3. So, you know, that's a good tempo workout. It means your heart has been working, but it's not been busting a gut, as you would say if you were doing a 5k race or a 10k race or something. Yeah, so there we are. Good stuff. Yeah, Ryan says if he lasts for 5k next week at this Monday Run Club, he'd call that a win. I would as well. If it's your first time, Ryan, just enjoy it. You know, just have fun in it. And what I do often, I don't worry too much about whether I'm sticking with the group or not. If I feel that I need extra rest, I will back off. So, for instance, in intervals, I'll do the interval at pace, but then I'll back off for the rest because I need more rest. And you know, same with you. If you want to get to the end of it, then just don't do quite the pace that everyone else is doing. Maybe drop back a little bit. Anyway, up to you. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining me today. Lovely run, enjoyed that. Sweltering hot here on the south coast in the shed. Hopefully this shed is not going to last much longer and we'll get a new one. We're just working it out. We're trying to do the whole garden and get a nice new shed as well to make things look a little bit better in the, you know, on the Zwift streams, especially for the hopefully the influx of other runners, new runners coming in autumn and winter time. Right, there we are, that's it. Thanks a lot, guys. Get my mouse to work. Why is it always the same? Look at that sweat. See, that's a man who's worked hard, Thomas. Guys, thanks very much. Take care. See you probably next Monday for Monday Run Club, because I am away for half the week. If you are around in London, do come and see me at the London XL Arena for the cycling show Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'll see you on Monday for Monday Run Club after my 100-mile bike ride. Take care, guys. See you. Bye bye.